My name is Aram, my pronouns are he, him, and welcome to Rise of the Demigods. Rise takes place just before the breaking of the world, when the old gods sought to bolster their claim on Calgon by siring demigod offspring to rule it. Their divine children laid waste to whole continents in their name, and many mortals of the realms grew to despise them. Coalitions were formed and armies marched upon their divine creators, slaughtering many of the demigods and threatening the rule of the gods themselves. Desperate to halt this erosion, the old gods called a council to deal with the demigod issue once and for all. It was decreed that each god was allowed to claim 3 demigod offspring. Those who were born on claim must prove their worth through training and trials in the divine halls and magical valleys of the Temple of Udea. Our story begins with 4 such young demigods, ripped from their homes and families by seekers who work for the temple. For more about our story, including pre-orders for the Rise of the Demigods book, head over to demigodsfall.com and follow us on Twitter @demigodsfall.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Wilkes. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am playing Astrid Elvea, the Wild Elf Ranger Scout.
Hi, my name is Arvi, and my pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Janus de Cassiel, who is an Aasimar bard.
Hi, my name is Joey, or Gnome, and I go by he, his, him pronouns, the masculine pronouns, and I will be playing Theodore, who is a Gnome Eldritch Knight.
Hi, my name is Nikki. My pronouns are they, them, or him, his, and I am playing Saint Barb, the human monk. The human monk. The only human monk ever to exist.
You guys come out of it, and you were in it for a while, so it's like you gasp as you come out of it. Like it's a much more, like you're being returned to your body because you've been out of it for so long.
And I would say that we've never really gone into like the actual palace
Correct.
part of the.
Yeah.
You've just been thinking together.
Right. So
Yeah.
this is like a more intense experience.
Absolutely. And sitting on the table in front of you is Slugs. And Slugs basically has like a piece of corn and is just staring into your face.
Me?
Yeah.
With the corn.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
What the fuck are you doing?
You were like out of it. I want to make sure you're okay.
I've never heard you speak before.
Yes, you have.
We've
I've
heard
spoken
this speak
many
before.
I've
times.
not used that voice
But
before.
it was something.
Yes, you did. It was just like it.
That is
Nailed
the
it.
exact voice. This
That
is
is-
how
I don't
I
believe
speak.
that.
I don't make fun of how you speak.
Yeah, Astrid,
Well,
that's kind
because
of
my
rude.
voice is not like yours. No. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, yep. That's my arm.
Okay, you're real. All right. And just kind of scuttles off.
How do you not
What
find that
was
hot as fuck?
I was gonna wingman for you, but not anymore.
What was that about?
I think Slugs noticed that we looked like zombies.
Looks like slugs.
We looked like slugs. So Slugs noticed we were kind of dead for a bit. Whoops.
Archon Dima comes by the entrance and leans in and just kind of slams his staff down once to get all of your attention. You all have your next class soon, correct?
I don't know the
so.
schedule. Yeah, sure.
Combat. When you're done, meet me in the temple.
We just did come.
Yeah, can
Accidental.
we get a pass? Because we already did
our
that. Yeah.
combat.
No one gets a pass on combat. You can be attacked at any time. I will see you in the temple. And he goes storming off, a little cloud of mist around him. Everything's a little bit wet.
He's kind of hot.
Why do you want to
Sorry,
bone
just
the
had to say
teachers?
that.
Why do you want to date all of our teachers?
I'm just saying, he's kind of hot.
Well, you're already dating 5 people right now.
You guys just had a lovely lunch.
And I got cold.
Yes. And
Hi, everyone.
Yep, you're back in the
I like how you just look at all of
All cameras.
and you're back
not in
in
that one.
you're so Barb is back in the room still.
Yes.
All right. And the 3 of you are done with lunch, and what are you doing?
Calling into class?
We were told to go to
kinda,
combat.
yeah.
Does Barb need to
Yeah.
know we need to go to combat?
We should probably get Barb.
God.
All right.
Janice knows something.
All right.
Oh, I hate it. Thanks.
So you all are just walking down the hallway. And as you do,
We're all nervous.
coming towards you is Demrin, Melvoin, Zali, and Varrock, all walking down the hallway towards you.
Varrock was at lunch. Did he leave and then?
Varrock left where you guys were in the mine
Yeah, we
palace.
were in line thing. Like,
Even he was
shit
done eating.
happens.
I mean, we passed them. I don't know.
And like,
Hi.
there's
God, what a
yeah.
scene, huh?
right.
Banana.
You see them coming, and then they
And
go
then we
past you, and then you see them leaving.
Do you
Wait, so
say
is Wendell with us?
Wendell's not with you?
Okay.
Yeah, Wendell has his own class to go to.
Oh, I thought it was mandatory.
Combat training is mandatory, but right now it's just 2 of the East. You know, so there's like you and then another group will be there. And from the way that you just got looked at as the 4 of them passed you, kind of like you know, like you've talked to all these people, like you're friends, but there's like this weird kind of tension. Might be them.
How would they know that?
It's a good question. Why would they know and you not?
Hey.
Is there-
I was like, hey, what do you know?
Wait,
What's that look for?
So we think that they know.
There's this weird tension between you. You're not
Well,
sure.
it's sexual.
it's called sex, Aram.
I'm sorry. Is that dating?
Yeah, I'm not wise enough to even understand the looks. Like, I'm literally like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
14.
And they all just kind of like all their heads turn. Varrock looks like he wants to say hi back, right? But then kind of looks at Melvoin and just kind of puts his head forward and keeps walking.
We'll see you in class.
They just walk off.
That was weird.
What the hell, man?
They're probably going to put us against each other, right? That's what it seemed like.
Or are they going to combat class too?
I think so. I thought we were all supposed to go there.
Yeah, is it not like everybody's gonna come punch each other kind of thing?
Mm.
Like a
What was
frat.
that? Are you? Is that something we need to talk about?
No, I just don't punch.
You don't, yeah.
You punch with your mind.
Punch with my mind.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, you think Malvorn's already got them all on lock?
Oh, he certainly does.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, that does suck. I have no
Varrock
other
was really
opinions.
nice.
But
Brock
they're-
was nice. I saw you talking to him one night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just needs a little more confidence in himself.
Don't we all? I mean, I don't. But
What a thing to say. I mean, I don't. The others, though.
the others
Doesn't
need
everyone
more-
except
doesn't
me?
everyone except me.
You just sound like Malfoy.
Well, no, I said that, and then I realized, I'm like, no, I made it a confident character. Never mind. Mackenzie, get out of there.
Get out of here, Mackenzie. Come on.
As you get towards your room,
Anxious.
He's not going to let us go there.
I'm so anxious.
so Luna.
There's like 15 like roadblocks
Yeah.
before we get to the room.
Well, Luna's like near the door, and Luna's got her ears down and is looking like a little sad or maybe a little shamed, and she's kind of like as you approach.
Cause she's walking with us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's always
she
been
like
with us.
she like bounded ahead a little bit, got to the door, and then just immediately got like put her ears down, and looks like she did something wrong.
Luna, are you okay? Is Bob okay? What's wrong with the room?
And she just kind of looks at you and then looks back and looks a little nervous and then just kind of leans in. And again, that kind of like dog look where the ears are down, and she looks sad. Like, don't hurt me. I'm cute. That kind of look.
Well, I would never hurt
Is that
her.
a guilty
Yeah.
look?
Looks guilty to you.
Out of character. Why is she guilty? She didn't do shit.
She's not guilty, but
Yeah.
she,
No, I know.
you told her
Excuse me.
so many times,
Not
don't harm
to,
this
yeah.
bunny. So she sees the bunny dead, and she's like, oh, she's going to think
Yeah.
I did it,
She's been with me. I don't think that.
Well, I mean, she's
Yeah.
only got so much sense. She is a wolf. There's only
Yeah.
so much forethought.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Well-
open the door.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Open the door. Barb is asleep on the bed, and I mean it's laid out obviously. So between the two beds, it's just so like Barb's there, and then the bunny is kind of laying on the floor in the middle. It's just a bunny laying on the floor.
I run to it.
Yeah, it's clearly dead. Its neck is broken. Its kind of head flops to the side.
Are there any signs of a struggle?
No, you just kicked the bunny and it died. There's really
No, I'm talking about
When you were bashing
before
the
that,
bone?
when I was trying to bash my bone.
There's some roll perception.
and
Me?
also my bone is on the other side of the room.
Yes, true.
Oh, God,
Do
sorry.
we all
I
roll?
didn't have mine.
You want us to?
I'll have her roll just because she's interacting with the bunny. Well, the corpse of the bunny.
13.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple bone chips on the floor, and Barb's bone is all the way on the other side of the room, just laying out.
Are you all in here with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did someone someone attack Bob? Are they alive? Go check.
I walk over and
What?
Barb, are you okay? Something odd has happened in this room.
Whoa,
What
Barb, what happened to your face?
What happened to the rabbit?
I don't know. By the way, you do see horns on my head.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's with your face.
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Sort of. I just really, I needed some time to digest a lot of this, and I really hate all of it. I hate that I'm here, and I hate what they're doing. And I realized I can't do anything about it. And I hate, I guess me, whatever this is, and bone kind of shows just a little bit on the top of my hands, and I also can't do anything about that.
Can I walk up to you?
Can you?
Well, yes.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. So gracious. So yeah, I'll walk up to you, Barb, and I'm gonna reach my hand out and just kind of like rest it on your hand that's got some bone on it. Barb, look at me. Are you okay? And it's okay if you say no.
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not okay.
Okay. Stop for a moment and close your eyes.
Okay.
Take some slow, deep breaths. In and out. In and out.
Okay.
Where are you right now?
I don't even. Udea?
Udea, yeah. Where are you in Udea?
Is that dorm room?
Yes. And where do you want to be?
Back home?
Okay. Why do you want to be back home?
'Cause this sucks.
This does suck. But why do you want to be back home? What is something good there? What's in your heart?
I guess my doctor, my mom.
Okay. What's your mom's name?
Dr. Mom.
I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, well, if you haven't met her, I wouldn't expect you to.
That's true. What do you feel when you think about Dr. Mom?
I'd like her. What are you trying to do?
Keep you calm. There's a lot of things going on in your head right now. When I kind of just like look to the bunny and then to the bone shards and then back at you. And it's okay. This is all sorts of messed up, and it's okay to hate everything right now. But you need to center yourself. You need to come back down. You need to relax.
Astrid, I didn't want to.
But you did.
Sure, but I didn't want to.
And that matters.
I hope it does.
Your pain doesn't give you an excuse to do this. This is a living creature. This was mine. You invaded this thing that was mine.
We can make another one.
I don't feel like making another one, Bob. Why?
Okay.
Why would I take the rabbit and I leave. I don't want to be around this
Okay.
room right now.
Where are you going?
Anywhere.
Okay. So you just start walking down the hallway.
I'll go.
Luna comes
Yeah.
running after you.
I'll go to the Arboretum has a place to put this. I don't know what to do with this corpse.
There are places you could bury in the
Yeah.
Arboretum. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you go to the Arboretum and you find a nice place to bury
And
the
I'm
rabbit.
not going to class.
Okay. Excellent. You find a nice place to bury the rabbit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away.
What are you guys doing while she's out there?
I just step back and take in this whole scene, and I look in the mirror and I see Desdemona looking back at me. I just look gravely at her, and look around at the rest of the room.
Desdemona's in the mirror, and she's just standing there quietly petting a rabbit. That's all she's doing. Hi.
I shake my head. I'm gonna go check on Astrid.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So
I'm gonna stay here with you, Barb.
you find her in the Arboretum in a moment. What are you two doing?
Or are you gonna come to training?
Do I have a choice?
I'd hope that you'd always have a choice.
Yeah, same. And that has not proven to be the case.
Literally. Not in the Temple of Udea. Choice
Yeah.
does not matter. Free will does not exist.
If you're not feeling up to it, I'll vouch for you. I'll tell them you got sick or something.
Yeah, sure. Tell them if they want me to do their stuff that they can come get me.
So you're the only one going. Well, I guess you would go eventually.
Well, I run
Yeah.
after Astrid.
Yep.
This
And
is our first day of fucking class. It's
I know.
noon.
Broken the group already.
It's literally noon.
Astrid, wait up. Where are you going?
I have to bury this fucking rabbit now.
Do you need company right now, or do you want to be left alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
I walk up and put my arm around you.
Well, I don't understand. We're all suffering. This thing made me happy, and now it's gone because Bob is sad. Now I have to be sad, and I don't understand it.
Yeah. I don't think any of us understands what's going on right now, so let's go bury the rabbit.
I don't know what else to do with it.
So I lead Astrid into the Arboretum.
So it's this giant, like 5-story glass and steel and bronze thing that would in any other time be absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And the lighting shifts in here as well. It changes depending on what time of day they want it to be. It doesn't seem to like really follow any of the days. And right now it's a lovely nighttime, even though it's bright daylight outside.
It's beautiful out here.
It actually plays stars across the panes of glass above you as if there were stars.
I miss the night. I miss my home. I miss not being here and not holding a dead fucking rabbit.
Yeah. I miss my home. Well, we all have to try to figure out what the heck we're gonna do while we're here.
How am I supposed to see them again? I don't want to be angry at them. I get it, but I am. And I feel bad that I'm angry at them because maybe they didn't mean it, but I am angry and now I feel like a bad person for being angry at them when they couldn't help it. How am I supposed to see them again?
I think it's okay to be angry at them. It might take a little time. But I think we really all need each other here. We are the only ones that we have.
I know that sucks so bad.
So as you two are standing there in the middle of this twilight setting with all these trees and plants around, and somewhere there are crickets, and it just feels like nighttime outside. You kind of walk around looking for a place to bury this rabbit, and you notice there's a bench in front of you, and Harold Medina is just sitting there casually reading a book. Long flowing gown again that she wears, and just like flipping through the pages. And
Medina's Lies, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And she looks up and she's like, "Oh, hello, students.
Hello.
Hi, Harold.
You seem troubled." "Oh, your pet rabbit. You got that in the cafeteria, correct?"
Yes.
"Oh, come, sit with me." And she makes some room on the bench for both of you. "There are things in this temple that are frightening and scary. There are things in this temple that are deadly and dangerous. But most of the things the temple makes are not real. They are simply representations, figments, lies." And she touches the bunny, and it comes back to life. "I am so sorry you had to experience that, dear. But remember, not everything in this temple is real. That bunny is just energy, divine energy, that the temple willed into the shape of a bunny. Does that help at all?"
No.
Sometimes a lie hurts like truth. Guard yourself while you're in here. Look to your friends. Look to the ones who care. And perhaps try and forgive the ones that hurt you, but don't mean to."
Don't like that you're eavesdropping.
Not really eavesdropping. I can just see these things, sense them, much like your friend can.
Speaking of which, I have a conversation that I need to have with you.
Of course. We're the only ones here. Speak freely.
If you need it to be private, I can go.
No. I think you can hear all this. You're supposed to be my herald, right?
I am.
So why did you call me out in class the other day?
Because it was good for you.
What do you mean?
You needed to be pushed.
Well, I didn't appreciate it.
I am sorry, my dear. It was not my intent to harm you. It is truly my intent to prepare you, to get you ready, so that you survive.
Survive what?
The trials to come. The union.
What is the union?
Well, it's not for a while. It's your final test. But there are other tests coming up, all of which will be dangerous, all of which will test you to your limits. And it is my goal to provide them a finely edged sword, so that you may strike back at those who wish you harm.
What if we don't want to take these tests?
You have no choice. I had no choice. None of us had a choice. We've all been through exactly what you've been through.
Why do we have no choice?
Because the gods demand it.
Who are the gods to tell us what to do?
The gods.
Fuck the gods.
And she smiles, and she almost laughs, and then she nods, and she's like, indeed, they still hold all the cards.
Have you met a god?
Once. Briefly.
And what happened?
And she like, you see her very slightly shudder. It was an encounter I will never forget.
Was it the god that made you?
No. It was the god who made you.
Who made me? I
The
don't
god-
even know that.
You do not yet.
No?
The god of the moon, my child.
What did they do?
Well, Ius is a bit of a trickster god. But you were one of his many children.
You have siblings.
Oh God.
You got some brothers and sisters out there.
I grew up an only child.
Yeah.
And who made me?
You?
Yeah.
I do not know.
How do you know mine?
I want to roll insight.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Forgot people could lie in this game.
Everyone's always telling the truth.
16.
Yeah, she rolled a 22.
I saw that with my eyeballs. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yep. I do not know. Perhaps you can tell us. He is better at keeping secrets than most.
How do you know mine?
With yours, I saw it. Sometimes I can see things, see people's truths, separated from their lies. And that was the truth I saw.
Can I meet him?
The god of the moon.
It's Daddy.
It's wholly possible.
How does one meet a god?
I want to fight him.
Well, I mean, there are many ways, I suppose. Go to their temples and pray until they show up. Lead a battle in their honor. Anger them. That's usually a good way.
I bet that's how you met.
I can do that.
Perhaps.
Oh, you're slinky. I see that.
I may have been somewhere I was not supposed to be, but it went well in the end.
You just got a little cooler to me.
And then she leans in and she just places a very gentle hand on your shoulder. And she's like, I'm so sorry that this has been such a difficult couple days getting used to the temple. I'm sure that at some point things will get easier. And she kind of touches your hand. And as she touches your hand, you realize that she's handed you a folded piece of paper. Anything else, students?
Are we supposed to have...
Is
Sorry. Are we supposed to have special, like, meetings or talks with our heralds? Is that part of our curriculum here?
Anytime you wish, find me. And she points towards where her office is. Like, down the hallway, take a left, that kind of thing.
down the hall, past the sand dune.
Right, exactly.
Through the forest, out to the other side of the river.
For now, though, I believe you all should be in combat training, correct?
I don't know.
I have a note that says I don't have to be.
I have
'cause
a sick
condition.
note.
Lies.
That's my power.
I'm going to take 1 moment for myself, and then I'll maybe go to class.
All right, then I shall leave you. And she stands up, folds her dress upon herself, nods.
May I ask you a question?
Of course, my dear.
Just out of curiosity, is Medina your first or last name?
Medina is my first name. We all go by first names here.
Ah, I was just curious.
There's your answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she glides out into the Arboretum.
I was trying to see if it was an S name.
Why do you say that?
Did you see her pass me a note?
Oh, no. Did I see that?
Roll perception. And if you want to hide it, roll sleight of hand.
Well, I'll probably show it right now.
An 11.
No, you didn't see it.
Well, look. I'm gonna read it before I show it to Janice.
It is a note from your father. It is a note from both of your fathers, actually. And they're saying that they miss you terribly. They're horribly upset about how things have been going, that they've been not allowed any contact whatsoever. They had to pull some strings to even get you this note. And that they're still working on getting you out. And that they want you to know that you're not alone in here. They haven't forgotten about you. They love you so very much. And that each day you're not with them is like a death. And they will do whatever they can to be reunited with you.
Astrid's feeling emotional.
Astrid, what does it say?
It's from my dad's. How did she get this? That's so strange.
She's the demigod of lies. I wouldn't trust that note.
She said she detects lies, not tells them.
She could be lying about that.
Right. Right. That's exactly what a liar would say.
You thought I believed
Does
everything.
does it look like my dad's handwriting?
The handwriting's right and both signatures are correct.
She's gonna believe something that she wants to see
Of
right
course.
now. Oh God, I'll ask her about that later. Can I have a minute, and I'll
see you
in
in
class. Yeah.
Okay, so you head off to class, and you...
am with this now live rabbit. Can I hold it up and I say, "Can you survive in here?"
And the bunny just kind of like, just moves its mouth.
I don't.
Might be a yes.
I'll come visit you. I just don't know if you should stay in my room. And I let it hop off.
And it kind of hops, looks back, and then hop off.
I'll visit, and then I look at the night sky. Right.
Yeah.
If I really concentrate on the stars, can I move the way they look?
I would like you to roll a divinity score, just straight
Not
up.
Good for
Remember,
me.
it's die 20 plus your proficiency
Yeah.
bonus plus your modifier.
It's not good for me.
No.
It's like
because it's charisma.
it's charisma. Yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah. So you look at them and you stare at them for a good minute. Nothing. The heavens continue to roll above you.
I was gonna make a bunny constellation.
I kind of wish you'd succeeded now.
Me too. Roll with advantage.
Roll with DM advantage.
DM advantage.
DM want.
Nope.
Yeah, it was a 4. Well done. That bunny ain't having it.
Yeah. Is there
Good thought.
is there a moon there?
Yes, there's like a like the moon is just a sliver, so
Yeah.
that's what it's showing right now.
I'm getting up and I'm gonna start going towards combat. I guess I'll
Okay.
not have a piss party, but I'll look at that and I'll be like, I'm watching you.
Roll perception.
I'm watching you back.
That's a 12.
Okay, so you're like, I'm watching you, and then you look down, and you swear, like just at the corner of your vision, when you look down, it became an eye that winked at you, and you look back up, and no, it's nothing. It's just a sliver of a moon.
Come at me then. And I
Meteor strike! Meteor strike! Meteor strike!
Turns around.
Yep. No,
Alright,
I
you're-
guess I don't know. I don't want to go to class. We're gonna get in trouble if we don't, though.
Got to kill some more bunnies.
Fucking hell. Yeah. I'll take my time. I'll show
Okay.
up late.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of casual. You take the long walk. You're not getting in the damn painting. You're going to take the long walk.
Yeah, exactly. I never get in the painting.
What are you two doing during this time? Have you?
I left Barb. I went.
So
to class.
you've already
Mhm.
gotten to class.
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah, I can't get back to sleep or anything.
Yeah.
I'll eventually probably go to class.
Okay.
I'll also be a
Excellent.
bit late.
All right. So
I'm not taking the bone with me though.
no. Okay. Fair enough. Just you. You get to class first, and in the class, as you expected, is Demrin, Melvoin, Zali, and Varrock, and they're all standing in a group, looking over at you, and you're just kind of standing by yourself. Yeah.
Proudly.
Yeah. Excellent. Just ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
You-
14.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm 14.
You show
Hello.
up.
That's
You show up next, Janice.
Yes. Yeah, I just stride in. I look around.
Mhm.
Sorry. I walk over to Theodore.
Yep.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, she just needed a minute.
Of course.
And Barb.
I don't know.
Well, you might have to carry the weight of this class for our team here.
Well, I'm not worried about them. And he kind of like looks over to the other group of people and just, we'll be okay. I'm just more worried about Barb.
Yeah.
You're not worried about them?
No,
Are they like pooping themselves or what?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
They're just people.
As you guys are talking for a bit, you two show up at the same time. Basically, right at the entrance at the same time.
I walk in.
Luna kind of like lifts her head and like turns around and walks right past you too.
Luna, you sassy bitch. God damn. I'll go stand next to Janice and I'll wave at Zali.
And Zali looks at you and like gives like a little nod, but then quickly turns back to her team. And Melvoin is like clearly holding court, and he's already like, he has his hand out, and in his hand like it's like glowing like if it was a tablet, and he's pointing at things, and he's pointing at some of you and pointing back and clearly making a plan.
I go,
What's going on there?
hey, Melvoin,
Melvoin stops for a sec. Yes.
look at me.
Yes. Good luck. He goes back to his plans.
For the podcast listeners.
For the
I did like the
listeners.
Italian fuck you sign.
That's exactly what she did. All right. And then a moment later, Archon
Genesis.
Dima steps into the temple on a flying silver disc, lands it. Students, good to see you all here.
Hello.
We
This
to say something.
is combat training against each other. You have two teams here. The goal is for one team to defeat the other. Remember, you cannot mortally wound each other in this place. It'll hurt, but you cannot mortally wound each other in this place. So do not hold back. Understood? Everyone ready then? There's so much tension in this room. There's so much tension.
Again, another class with no instruction.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking go for it. Have fun.
Just do whatever you do to the best of your abilities against the others.
So are we? So is it the last person standing on each team, or
If it comes down to that, absolutely. St. Bob.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because in the future, you will be attacked by other demigods. Your power grows to a certain level and then stops as a demigod. You do not have the full strength of a god. But that power can be obtained by slaughtering another demigod. So whether or not you wish battle to come, there are others who will seek you out if you are weak, slaughter you, and take your power. You should know how to fight against your fellow demigods.
Okay.
You all ready?
Can you remind us when all the other people do?
Absolutely.
Malvern's victory.
I have the notes.
Yep. Melbourne's victory.
Zali makes
Demerin is
weapons.
con-
Zully makes
Constructs.
weapons. Demerin is constructs. And Varrock is waterfalls.
Can we not face against Victory Guy? That kind of seems.
It does
I think
seem
we
tough,
should
doesn't it?
all go after him at first.
That's a smart move. All right.
says the DM. Okay.
Focus fire, come on.
Literally focus fire Malvorn's dumb face. Go.
We all play MMORPGs. We know how this works.
So Archon Dima raises his hands and multiple barriers of stone and trees and everything rise. The giant, huge rock rises in the center of the arena, some 100 feet tall. And by the time he's done, there's an entire, almost like a maze of obstacles and things along this arc in front of you. He points to a place on the left, it glows red. He points to a place on the right, it glows blue, and he tells you all to head towards the red
No,
marker.
Maybe blue.
That's our dorm color.
Sorry. Points to blue on the left and red on the right, and you all are to head towards blue.
I hate red.
Fair enough.
That's the color of our
I was
dorm.
like, yeah, we're East Red.
Yep.
And I don't like it. It's canon.
Malvorn happily takes red. And they all walk and assemble. They seem to have this all planned out. Malvorn takes a position in the back. Varrock takes a position in the front. And then he is winged by Zali and Demerin.
Wait, who told them what the deal was? How come they knew?
It's a good question.
Malvorn seems to have some intel.
Yeah, I mean, Malvorn, did we find out was it out of character that we found out he's been claimed? I forgot if we.
Correct. Out of character, he's a
No.
claim.
Oh, I thought someone told us he was claimed.
I thought he said I thought he told that to me, but
Oh, he may have. He may have said it in game. Yeah.
So,
Let's just say he did.
Yeah, because I just know that he has been claimed by his godparent.
whatever that means.
And then we don't know who his herald is.
Correct.
So I feel like his herald might have slipped him information, maybe.
Right. Or dad god or mom god gave
Somebody.
it right to him.
I mean,
we can also assume what combat training is. He also might just not be an idiot.
he's the demigod of victory.
Yeah.
He probably, this would look really bad on his resume if he lost.
Yeah.
His resume is looking pretty weak.
As the demigod of victory, he's probably run a few scenarios through his head against all the teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know. All he knows, I got a wolf. He didn't know shit about me.
Got a
He
wolf,
wasn't
go
down
with
there
a
with
bow.
us. He doesn't know what
he's
kind
got
of
dual swords.
star's gonna pop out of my chest.
No, he does not. You all ready?
It's bone ready.
Yes.
Team A, are you ready?
Are we
Is
A?
that our name?
I'm sorry, that doesn't work, does it? Team Blue, are you ready?
Sure.
Ready?
Yeah.
Team Red, are you ready? In this, it's like,
And they say, ah.
They
Go.
"Ah,
initiative.
I don't want to do this. Does Melvoin count as a monstrosity? Because I think he is.
That's a fair Oh, fucking balls.
Great. I'll take that. I like having advantage on initiative.
Okay, I'm just putting them on top of the characters. That way I know which ones.
I'm gonna take a step forward and just fall flat on my fucking face. 'Cause I rolled a
Natural one.
All right.
starting combat off the right way.
All right.
All right, everyone. Got him up for this. 25 to 20.
20. Not natural.
Someone rolled.
All right. 20 to 15.
Great.
Aram, are you telling me any of the...
Melvoin.
What did he get?
Melvoin got a 20.
Oh. He got a 20. Astrid, you also got a 20?
I also got a 20.
Who has higher dex or whatever you want to do
I'm
with that?
going to assume me. I
It's
have
gonna be you.
+4
Yeah.
Okay.
to dex. Okay.
And then again, 20 to 15. Anybody? Aram?
Nope.
All right.
Sorry. No, I need to
fif-
verbalize these things. Sorry.
15 to 10.
Nope.
No, literally, I'm looking at it. Like,
Yeah.
everyone rolled.
Wowza. Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Zelly had a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
14.
Oh,
Zelly?
Zali. Zelly.
Okay, 10 to 5.
I rolled an 8.
Yes. Varrock rolled a 6, and Demrin rolled a 6. And Varrock would be faster, actually.
It's those big legs.
Those chunky legs.
Super
Who
legs.
else? Who are the two people that rolled a 6?
Both Demrin and Varrock.
Dameron.
I love that name.
And then
So
last
fun
person?
to say. That's everyone.
That's everyone?
Yeah, that's everyone. Demrin,
Oh,
Varrock,
Theodore.
Melvoin. Yeah.
Tito with a
Oh.
3.
Theodore.
All right.
It's been a day already. Okay?
First in the order is... I really want to do a different voice for this character because this isn't Barb talking.
First
Right.
in the order.
First in the order is Astrid.
You sound like a what is that, a stewardess? She's a stewardess.
The doors may be behind you.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay to operate the emergency door in case of
In case of an emergency.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Do your own mask
Bye
before
now.
assisting
Bye.
others.
Goodbye. Such a pleasure to see you.
So
Goodbye.
our skinned like demigod spells we can just use whenever, right?
Hell yeah,
'Cause
you
I might as
can.
well go big.
Yeah. Now, currently, there is like a bit of a maze in between you, so you don't have direct line of. No one
there's
has
a
direct line of
maze?
sight on
Yeah,
either
you
ones.
said
Yeah, you
we're
said
in like a
stuff that
labyrinth,
came up.
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we can't see.
No, there's like big, huge barriers
Oh,
and
what the
trees and bushes. You got to work your way towards each other.
Well,
Okay. Me and Luna are gonna. I'll pull out my swords and I'll start bounding forward. And if I go my 35 feet and Luna goes for 40, do we see anyone? If we're just
Okay.
moving forward.
Not yet.
Okay.
But Luna is like
She can smell and
Mhm.
hear really well. That's the
yeah.
thing.
So she's leading you towards someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we'll move our full forward, and we're in trees.
There's trees and stone walls. You ever see like a paintball course where they just put a bunch of random crap everywhere and make a bunch of
Yeah.
barriers? Think of it that way. See, there's like trees and walls.
Does that
They're all
include
over the
little
place.
inflatables?
Yes, exactly. This
A
little inflatable
windmill.
castle. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will move our full feet, and Luna's leading me towards someone. I'll kind of like lean against something, and I will hold my attack action until I see somebody.
Nice. All right.
Next in the order is Melvoin.
Okay.
Come to me, bitch, please.
Melvoin does something.
Tell us what it is, how much HP he has, his weaknesses. Next in the order is Barb.
The demigod of metagaming.
I'm going to... So what do I see in front of me?
So you see the same obstacle course in front of you, except that Astrid, with Luna, has dove into it, cut around a corner, and now are just like at the edge of the corner, kind of walking around the wall, trying to kind of hug it, as she looks to be preparing to ambush someone.
Okay, but I can't see one right now.
No, not right now.
But there is also kind of like a wall that is blocking a further path that way. It's kind of like a corner, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to run just past the edge of the corner, so about 5 feet past the edge of the corner.
Yeah.
And just look down it.
Okay, so you go around the corner she's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you can move faster. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go around.
It's called 50 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was a
So
courier.
wild.
I was a courier. Before all this, I was a courier. It's
Courier.
canon. I did mail delivery.
I did the mail.
Before my
I did
graveyard
mail.
job.
I like
did
your
mail.
direct-to-camera angry
I know.
explanations.
I know. All right.
It's
so
canon.
You go sprinting around that corner.
How much movement do I use? How much did you use?
I only have 35. Luna has 40.
Yep. So you
Okay.
got just around
So
it.
I'm about 40 right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got just around that corner, and I would like you to roll a reflex save. Damn it, dexterity save.
So Barb is next to me, or they're around the corner?
Basically, just in front of you.
Okay.
So you were going
So
up
I'm
to
gonna
that
see
corner.
some shit like
Right,
hit Barb.
yes, totally.
Okay, cool.
Now this is Melvoin doing something to me because no one else has had a turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Melvoin doing something.
I'm gonna guiding bolt his butt,
with
so
someone
it's okay.
else's divinity. Go ahead.
What? Oh, he can probably command people to do stuff because he's the god of victory.
Or he purged.
18.
18. Okay.
I
You
bet
come
you he
around
can
the
make someone
corner
else do
and
stuff.
then, like, how would you dodge a crossbow bolt coming at you?
How do you think? It's called tummy time.
Can you catch it yet? No, that's
No.
like 4th
Soon.
level or something.
Not
yeah.
yet. It's the best when a monk gets that.
It's like
You just drop to your stomach as a bolt flies over your head, and you look up, and there is a crossbow on a mount, just right there in the middle, all on its own, and then it crumbles into silvery dust.
me and Luna both. Just cut her.
Yeah.
Oh, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Okay. What else do I see besides the crossbow and the mount?
That was it.
And it dissolves after the shot?
Yep.
That was Dimron.
Okay.
Where's Ollie?
Zolly.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
Ollie.
they both because I was like I guess it could be.
One is constructs, one's.
Well, yeah.
It
that's
could be
what I
both
figured.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it dissolves into the silver,
It's
then
Zolly.
that's
Right.
Zolly.
Yep.
It's my girlfriend.
Okay. Tell your girlfriend to chill.
Hey, honey, stop, please. If you want to get laid,
Oh my
stop
god.
fighting us.
Oh.
We're not that long.
Wow.
We've been on one date that lasted 5 minutes.
Do you want some boobs? Stop at the bolts.
Okay.
I need it on a t-shirt.
Oh boy. Okay. I would like to. What opportunities would I have to hide?
Well, there's several trees in this area. There's edges of the wall you could slink up against. There's a large boulder.
Mm-hmm. A large boulder, you say?
Well, there's a bunch of crap everywhere.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that changes everything.
A boulder.
I would like to. How far away? How far away am I from the closest tree? Question mark.
You'd like right next to it.
Right next
Yeah.
to it. I'm gonna climb. It does look to have a fairly dense canopy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
I
a big
would
tree.
I would like. Thanks. It's the name of my autobiography.
Very
I would like to climb it and hide in the tree.
Like you to roll
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
stealth.
Stealth. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say hide. But it's not hide.
It's not a thing, and you need for the dictionary.
I have Mask of the Wild. I don't know if that would help me stay out of sight.
It's technically a natural one.
Right. I mean, technically.
But it becomes a 7.
Right. Uh-huh.
It magically turns into a 7.
magically turns into a 7. So you think you are so well hidden.
Are they super close
you
to
can
me?
barely
Wait, am I
even
like watching them
see-
climb
yeah,
this tree?
Right. And like it's awkward, and he slips a few times and breaks a branch, and like is so clearly visible because the back half is really covered in leaves, but the front half is sparse as heck. Like it's not good.
I'm just watching this happen as a ranger who has Mask of the Wild, and I'm like, and I kind of just like giggle.
But I'm in the tree.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what else have they done?
I've prepared an action.
And I can't see anything else down the sign, even with my now heightened tree.
Roll
face.
perception.
Thank you.
Your tree? What do you have? Oh, I can attempt to hide. Okay.
20.
Okay. You see them moving. They are moving as a unit. They're moving out and around the edge of this, because they're basically moving to the edge of all these obstacles and towards the giant rock in the center.
Okay. I would like to. Can I see Astrid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm just gonna say they're heading towards the rock in the center.
Do I see that rock?
Yes, it's huge. It's like 100 feet tall.
They're all heading towards it. All 4 of them.
So they were like, so we ran forward. The crossbow thing was like to our right around the corner.
So basically, if you had gone, so there's all this huge obstacle course,
Yeah.
and to get to each other, you'd have to go through it. They've decided to run around the outside edge and seem to be heading towards this giant rock.
So they were starting on the opposite side. How did they
Yes.
get a crossbow thing all the way over
It's a
here?
damn good question.
So he's not the demigod of victory. He's a demigod of cheating.
Yeah, literally.
Because only one of them have
Victory
had
does not
turns.
Because we were
slide,
far
fair
away.
play.
Only one of them has had turns, and they are
Yeah.
all moving together. And
Yep.
Zali hasn't had a turn, and that thing existed before her turn.
Yep.
so I would like to make another turn.
All right.
No,
No.
I'm kidding. Almost.
Rob's gonna let you have it.
I was
Rob
like,
will let you
I
have
know,
it.
at the last second, I was like, wait a
Is-
minute.
like, I
I
mean-
think I'm being tricked.
How far away is the rock?
The rock is so they'd be there in 2 rounds. That full sprint.
Okay.
You got any feet for us?
That would be 120 feet.
Thank
I
you.
think. Yeah. If they're running 30 feet.
So how close are they to it?
2 rounds away, so 120 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're so freaking far away from us.
Well, regardless, I relay this information to Astrid.
Yeah.
You guys could also run around your outside edge. You could do that as well.
It seems like, I don't know what we're going through, I guess. It's not like difficult terrain.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
But I hate that I held my action now. I could have moved further.
You made the smart move. If this was XCOM, you ran up, you
Yeah.
got behind a wall, you got ready to shoot, and if you'd gone forward, you'd be taken out while the rest of your team was slightly
Yeah.
behind you before you could even do a damn thing. You took the right smart move. And
over
anyone
my
who's
head, I
played
don't know what
XCOM
XCOM
is
is.
agreeing with me right now.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yes.
that is. I have never played that in my
Hardcore,
life.
yes. Son of a.
That was the smart tactical move.
All right. Well, with that, I'll place a card face down. Did I already make this joke? I feel like I've made a Yu-Gi-Oh joke
Blue eyes,
already.
white dragon.
All right. Anyway, I'll put a card face down,
Excellent.
and I'll end my turn. Next in the order is Zali,
All right.
who
So-
already went.
Yep, because she's moving with the rest of them. I just did it like. I did
No,
it
I'm
as,
talking about that
I know.
effing crossbow.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Well, maybe she has some sort of.
Were we?
divinity
We didn't
ability.
get time to set traps.
I'll tell you how it all worked afterwards. How about that?
You
Okay.
better.
Fair
When you're
enough.
dead.
Oh, yeah.
Patreon exclusive. Figure out how the fuck Zali cheated.
Let's just say she had help.
Okay.
Oh God.
So Zali's turn is done.
Zali's turn is done.
Just full movement, double dash, whatever.
Correct.
Gotcha. Next in the order is Janice.
So you are both like.
The edge of the.
Yeah. So I'm moving my 30 feet, and so can I see any of the other team anywhere?
None on the ground where you are now. They're all kind of behind walls and things.
Astrid says, Bob has eyes on them. They're going towards the rock, and I point at the rock.
At the rock.
Bob's such a good scout. Yeah.
Bob. It's an accent. I'm committing to it.
Stop it.
Barb is.
Barbara's
So
heading out
sorry.
to that
Barb.
rock.
In that accent, it sounds so wrong.
Barb. I'm being a British person trying to do an American
Yep.
accent. Yeah. No. So yeah, I tell Janice that.
Okay. So I okay. So I'm gonna be behind all of you guys because I don't want to be up front.
Makes
But
sense.
I take out my instrument and I just start playing a kind of an inspiring song on the instrument and give bardic inspiration to Astrid.
Nice.
It's a D6, right?
Yes, D6
To Astrid?
to Astrid.
Okay. Okay, it's whatever.
Astrid has the
No,
range
you don't have to.
abilities,
You don't
right?
have to explain yourself.
You have the range.
I have ranged abilities. Yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt Malvorn's ass.
Won't be the first time.
Yeah, you might like it.
So you're gonna say
Malvorn a bottom confirmed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the
So you're
ones that
saying
are really controlling
The river
always are.
canals.
So you're gonna say that Janice has advantage on that ass.
Yes.
Okay. Next in the order is Varrock.
All right. Again, running with the others.
Barack does something.
Okay. Next in the order is Damrin.
Also running with the others.
Clutch.
What boring turns.
What idiots. Next in the order is Theodore.
I'm just gonna run up to the group.
Mhm.
Real quick, when you get up there, I say, should we let them come to us?
Yes. Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
Hunker
Is it-
down. We don't know
Yeah,
what
do we
they're
have a
up
time
to.
limit or anything?
No, it's
Not
just
that you're told.
survive.
We have 1 hour.
They're
max.
coming to us. We can ambush them if they're coming to us.
We can
They've
set
clearly
up.
tried to ambush us, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They shot it.
Aram, will you let me know the second I stop having sight on them?
Yes, I will.
Cool.
Yeah, but you have a clear line all the way to the rock from where you are.
Cool.
Yeah. So I say we wait for them to come to us.
Yeah, Astra, can you send? I don't mean to impose on Luna, but can you send her ahead and see if she can't?
Draw them to us.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
make them chase her.
Yeah, hell
Luna
yeah.
gives a hell yeah face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, paw. There you go. And Luna just
Yeah.
little
I
bolts
say
of
we
white fur.
hide. Well, yeah.
So what's our strategy then? We need to figure out where we're gonna set up.
I mean, should we just hide at this little entrance? I don't know.
Well, we don't. I think we should just find one place that has one way in, but we need to be able to make a way out, and something small. Make them come to us one by one.
Is there
any of
anything
you
like that
make
around? Yeah, what's
anything?
around? We can't.
There's
We're
rocks,
no Demrin. We can't
walls.
make anything.
There's actually, roll a perception.
All of us, or just? I mean,
You asked. What's that
22.
for you? Okay.
Oh.
There is like a little box of stone with a door in it and a couple windows, like a 1-story stone house.
right there. Do you want to? Would it be good to lock ourselves into
No,
something?
We
In
need
the
to be able to
house?
have a way out.
In the windows, a way out.
It has a door in, 2 windows that are just open. They're not really windows; they're just open holes.
Sure.
Open holes.
And
yeah.
then a wooden ladder through a trap door to the roof.
That might be.
might be an option.
We could, if we get the higher ground, right? Although they might be going for that
Rock.
heading towards
Who's-
the big rock.
Who's the tallest of our group? How high are these walls for us?
They average anywhere between 5 to 10 feet.
Astra's 5'11".
I'm 5'10".
You're cool, Janice, but I think I'm gonna spend my turn. Can I climb up on you so I can see?
Yeah, well, the 1 inch is gonna do a lot of
Right.
help. Yeah.
He's
It's-
5'10", but in the
it's-
heels he's
it's-
6 feet.
Yeah, I'm probably taller in
wearing-
heels.
I
Honestly,
am wearing
Astra,
heels.
Astra
Yeah.
doesn't wear heels.
But it's more of a strength, sort of.
Right.
I have a 9
Sorry,
strength.
Janice. You're
You're
beautifully
assuming
toned.
that Janice
I'm
is.
stout.
Are we both like I'm not.
That's
I
what
know,
every
I
that's what every
know.
really strong person says. I'm spelled.
I'm spelled.
This is Theodore making a terrible assumption.
Oh yeah, no. Like literally. For those at home, I did the cartoon character. Doesn't have a bicep and it floats below the
Yes.
arm.
We do a lot of visual puns here.
Lot of
Definitely
visual
watch us on
puns.
Twitch.
Yeah, watch us on Twitch every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
What are we doing, guys? Can we play the game? I'm sorry.
I mean, you can climb on. It's gonna be bad. You can climb on top of me.
Yeah,
though.
can I try to get up so I can peer over and just get a total top vantage point?
Oh yeah, totally.
See
You
if we
can,
can't see
you can
where they're
climb to the top of that building pretty easily.
Oh, it's that close to us?
Yeah, I mean
Is
it's
it
like not far. You mean it was like there was some brush and things, but there's a bunch of stuff. So you looked around like, oh wait,
Mhm.
right there. You could just run in there and run up that little ladder if you want. Be all your movement if you double move.
Do we
wanna
want to? Do we
do
want to
that?
go in there? I do like the idea of them coming to us, but
Yeah,
I don't want to
for
get
Right
sure.
now
I don't
we're
want
out
to
in
get
the
us
open,
trapped
so-
in anything. I mean, we can hide behind these things that we're at right now. Like,
Mhm.
I'm really good at hiding, so
I'm not, apparently.
Mm.
Each round is 6 seconds, guys.
Yeah,
I
no.
know. Yeah,
Oh,
literally,
God.
this is not even
Whose turn is it?
technically
Theodore's.
Theodore's.
I mean, I
Theodore,
moved
what do
up
you
to
think?
them. Like that's,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
more like just trying to use my 6 seconds to strategize.
Right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
More than 6
yeah.
seconds.
I
There's
just
nothing I
suggest
can
I suggest we have them
physically
come
do.
to us. I don't know if we should. Yeah,
Okay, who's next?
it's me.
Next in the order is
Yeah,
Astrid.
so I'm gonna try to get. So Barb is in a tree,
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna try to.
very obviously.
I'm a wood / wild elf, and so
Yeah.
I have Mask of the Wild, which means I can attempt to hide even when I'm lightly obscured.
Yeah.
So I want to try to like hide behind that tree, facing away, like on the other side
Sure.
where the rock is. So if people were coming towards the tree, they wouldn't see me.
Absolutely.
Theoretically.
I see a good advantage because if they do come towards that tree, they're going to see Barb.
Yes.
Good. That's 16.
Yeah. You just
16.
you know.
So I'm gonna try to hide back there with my swords, and I want Luna to go forward.
Luna bolted. She's already gone.
Yeah, she went. So she has 40 feet. If she moves 40 feet up, does she see them?
She didn't see him yet, but she'll see him in like 3 rounds.
Wow. How many? What? How many rounds away are we from?
Oh no, 40. I'm sorry. She'll see him in 2 rounds. Pardon
Yeah.
me.
Well, she's gonna go up there, and I want her. She's gonna go up and she's gonna kind of look around and be sniffing for them, and I want her to howl, to try to kind of draw their attention. And the second she sees anybody, can her action be dash to come back in the direct? Like,
Sure.
I don't know how good of an actor she is, but she can be like, "Oh no," and then try to run back.
Oh
to
darn! I've been caught.
Yeah. So
a great
so she's
actor.
gonna try to like, I want her to howl to try to get their attention, and the second she sees someone, dash back in our direction to try to lead them towards us.
As you press yourself up against a tree and calm yourself, slow your breathing, all the tricks you would do to hide
Blend.
perfectly, and you kind of just, for a moment, you're back in the woods with your father. You're back home. Just for this moment, it just feels familiar enough that it's okay, and your heart begins to beat faster, and you realize after a second there are 2 hearts beating, and you gasp as you're rocketed forward and you're in Luna's sight. She's bounding along, and you're watching just trees and brush rush past her in this kind of distorted field of view because her eyes are much more on the sides of her head, and it's this weird. Wait, no, wolves are forward, right?
Like they're like dogs, like normal.
Yeah, so they have a little bit.
creatures.
Well, either way, so it's different view. Yeah, it's in black and white, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but she's bounding forward, and as long as you concentrate, you can hold that view.
Kind of like a familiar would work.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yep. All right.
Sick. Up next is Melvoin.
Okay. So
He
they
cheats and wins.
so they are now arriving. Again, I'm just saying they're arriving as a group because it's easier to describe. But they arrive as a group by the rock. You can see them gather around. Melvoin stands behind with his arms out and on Demrin's shoulder and on Zali's shoulder. All right? And they are both focusing together. And clearly they're forming a bridge.
Bastards.
Varrock walks
the
up
bridge.
to the giant rock, places his back against it, and holds his hands out looking at the 3 of them. And that's what they do this round.
They're empowering him.
Cool.
We know what bridges do. We're not getting that shit. Actually, if we want to get away, let's just fail a bridge, and we'll be teleported to the fucking place below.
We need to get 200 feet of movement. Here, fail this bridge.
Yeah, I need a little bit further. Try to bridge with me, please.
Oh, man.
Do we know if this room
terrible
works the
strategy.
same as the other room, where like we can't get hurt if we fuck up a bridge? Does
Adema said you can feel pain here, but you cannot suffer mortal injuries.
So
here.
like if the bridge screws up, we will feel this pain. Like in the
Yeah.
other room, we didn't feel the pain.
Right.
But
You'll feel it here,
Okay.
but you won't die.
I hope they fuck up so hard. That'd be the best way to win if they
Yeah,
just
don't
fuck
they
up
need
their
to
own
roll
shit.
around?
Yeah, they're gonna roll on next round when it actually forms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next in the order
Rolls 4 natural
is
20s.
Barb. So these walls dividing us, they have tops. Like I'm imagining a labyrinth, and there's still a top of the labyrinth. You know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, it's not like complete. Like there'll be a big section of wall and then nothing, and then there'll be just like a bunch of trees on either side.
It's
So
like,
it's
a paintball
Just like-
field,
yeah.
It's
like,
like
a
paintballs.
paintball
Okay.
field.
there's like a burnt out car.
Shit
you know?
everywhere.
Is there? I get in the car, cast mending, and I drive it.
Barb has mending.
Yeah.
They fix their shoes. They
Yeah.
fix the car. and they-
Okay, I'm gonna use my 6 seconds for more planning. Okay, they're trying to
below them.
form Astrid. Fuck, where did you go?
I'm below you. Hello.
Jeez, that's weird.
Tell me about it.
Okay, well, Where did Luna go?
She went to draw their attention and bring them back, maybe.
Okay.
Glad we had this talk.
If you look, you can see Luna
Yeah, you probably
bolting
can see her.
towards them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, shoot. What are they gonna do with that rock, huh?
Should we try to form a bridge?
I look at Theodore. Theodore, do you want to? I don't have any more information that would help me with what we tried. But what else do we have to do?
We need to be, again, giving ourselves an out, but drawing them to us. But if they're going to form that bridge, we have no idea what that could do. I've never seen anything like that before. I've never had to face it, and I've never trained for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah. Hold on. Let's just assume they suck. I'm just going to assume they suck. And
It's Melvoin. He beat Archon at Dragon Chess.
yeah, well, that Archon let him win. It was obvious. So I'm just going to chill. I'm going to try to look for a better porch to hide this tree.
All right. Well, there is that little box fort kind of thing.
I just want to be in a tree.
Okay. Well,
Is there not a better angle? Can I
Yes.
realize?
Oh yeah,
that,
yeah.
Like,
So if you were to come down, go over here. There's an evergreen that you could climb. That's got nice thick branches and is like shaped like a ladder all the way up.
beautiful. I would like to do that, please.
All right, excellent. So you zip down, zip up. It's not hard, but you have to roll hide again, not hide.
Stealth.
Stealth. Thank you. I'm a DM.
9.
All right.
It's not a 1.
All right.
It's not a 1.
No, it's it's better, but at this point you're like, man, I really probably should teach Barb how to hide.
But I won't.
So you are up in that tree. How
Can-
high do you want to be?
How high can I be?
Up to about 50 feet.
I'm fucking 50 feet up there.
All right, you all.
How do
which
you
is
so much move? Oh, I
which
guess
is
if you're
why
dashing, yeah. I was
which is
like,
why Barb
whoa.
can be seen, because Barb's so high up that the branches are real thin. It's just basically his head
Yeah.
sticking out.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend this time to tell me if I can't do this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try and start forming bone on my palm and trying to pull it off.
Okay, sure. Why not? So you're pulling off pieces of bone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm trying to rub them like in my hands, kind of like you do with like a wet paper towel.
Except it's shards of bone.
Yeah, and I'm
Right.
trying to sharpen one as quick as I can.
Make a spitball.
Yeah, but a really sharp, long, pointed needle spitball.
Wow, your powers are so upsetting. But yes, you can absolutely do that.
Powers
Sure.
are so
Yeah.
upsetting.
So I
Sure.
climb up there and I just start plucking bone from my palm
Yeah.
and rubbing it till they form these like weird needles.
It's
And
a-
I have no idea if this will work.
It's a terrible wet grating noise. Anyone around him, it's
No,
disturbing.
I don't
yeah.
think so, right?
Okay. All right.
That would be.
Yep, you're doing it. Who's next?
I have to tell people. Zolly, but
Okay.
they're bridging.
Bridging.
Yeah.
No, they ran.
Yeah, no. So they've all gotten there and began to do the bridge. So on Malvorn's next turn, they'll all act.
Okay. Next in the order is Janice.
So there's this tower, right?
Yes.
How far away is the tower?
So tower. What I'm saying, it's a tower of rock. So
Oh.
just like like a giant spire of rock that goes up about 120 feet, is flat on the top, maybe 50 feet wide, right? And kind of like almost like a cylinder of stone.
I'm not gonna try to climb that.
It's sheer. It's rocky, but it's sheer.
And there's a house as well.
There, and then in front of you is like this little box of stone, like a one room. Like if this room, right, was a box of stone with a door, a couple windows, and then a ladder going up to the middle where there's a trap door leading to the roof, and then it's got kind of like those stone protections.
Yeah, the crenellated,
What are they called?
crenellations.
Oh,
I think.
thank
Is
you.
that what it's called?
You're so smart.
I've never heard that word in my life.
I know,
Either.
literally.
I could be making it up. I'm sorry.
And we'd all believe you. So that's right in front of you. That's the most fortified thing you can see.
How far away is that?
I mean, you could run. It's 30 feet and you're inside.
And then, so I would be 30 feet away from my comrades, but how close would I be then to them?
You'd be 30 feet closer. So you'd be a round and a half away. So 90 feet.
Okay, so what do you think about if I get on the roof of that house, I have some spells that could be helpful to all of us and not so helpful to them. If I'm away from them, I can just pelt them with some spells.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I say from 50 feet above it. Sure.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, good luck. And I run into the house. I guess I can't get up. on
You
the
could
next
double
one.
move. You could run in and then run up and be on the
Oh
rooftop.
yeah. I'll do that. So I get up to the roof and
And kind of
just
press yourself
hide
against one of the crenellations.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Who's up next?
Next in the order are Varrock and then Dameron.
Mm-hmm. So,
And they're doing their shit.
yep.
They do when they should.
And then Theodore.
Some more strategizing.
If they're bridging, should we bridge? Now we're the only ones left here now, the two of us, because they're up a tree and
Yeah.
then he's in a building.
It didn't go very well.
I know, that's why I'm nervous.
Would it make you lose your stealth?
Probably, but they're like 120 feet away from me at this point.
Right. Hardly matters.
Yeah.
Do you think a divide and conquer is better? I mean, we're all kind
Seems
of
to be
scattered
what we're
already.
doing. Yeah.
Make them come to us again. But if they're all putting, are they
Should we
putting all
bri-
the power into one person? Or are they?
They are, but we can power each other. You and I.
We could. Do you want to get powered up?
Oh, we're gonna get killed. High risk, high reward, right?
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'd like to
We
power her
die.
up.
We I grab your hand.
Oh, we're holding it.
We're all like a.
Okay.
Or
I'll-
Rom, you edit sounds.
Yeah.
Oh no, these are the sounds now.
Did you forget that?
I'm
know,
so I'm
that's true.
so scared.
Whenever I
roll
do that, I just place the sound over it.
I've
It
already
actually
rolled
tells
one
me where to
today.
place it.
I've rolled a 20 and I've rolled a 1.
I'm gonna
so
roll
maybe
one
it'll be
so
the 10.
hard. I'm gonna
Nice.
roll
It
a
won't be
one.
as bad.
Oh god, my thing is such a bad plus too.
Oh, no, what do we roll again? What do we need to roll?
You are rolling your die 20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your divinity modifier.
Okay.
Yeah, so mine's a +3.
Have you guys ever bridged before? You two?
No.
No, I've never been
I bridged
successful.
with who's the demigod of wealth?
Oh, that would
Vardon.
be Vardon.
I forgot, and then I watched.
was such a good moment.
I watched the episode, and I remembered that I bridged with him.
Why don't you do it? All right.
Yeah, so I bridged with him.
Didn't we all bridge with each
I have
other?
a D6. I have a D6
You
of bardic
did all-
inspiration.
Wait, did you all bridge with each
No,
other?
that's
No, we
what
would
happened.
Never, that's why you got
Oh,
sent
right, it
out.
didn't
Tempted
work.
to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tempted to.
And it went very
All
poorly.
three of us went into you and
Yeah.
shot you down
I
to.
shot you down into the valley.
You're used to it.
I have a D6 of bardic inspiration that I'm
Gross.
probably gonna use
Fair
because I
enough.
want this to be
Yeah,
good.
he did. and It's
Okay,
gross.
are you ready?
I'm gonna roll this just because I want it to be good.
All right.
22.
18.
Yeah. So your hands, boom, and the energy is
Yes.
instantaneous. There is a power in between you all. Now I'm assuming you're giving each other power, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
That's the idea.
Is
Okay.
that- I don't really. I also don't know how it works.
While you're
Yeah, I mean,
brid-
here, right?
You
don't
remember
know how
we
this
had
works.
a bad lesson.
while you're actually he told you guys this
Is
one.
this in here?
Well, yes,
Yeah,
but
it
I
is.
can tell you it. While your bridge is formed, because you're just sharing energy, any spells or divinities you cast or invoke deal an extra die of damage during this time. You also have advantage against for Constitution saves while you're joined together.
Okay.
What die does it do? Just like the
Whatever die would normally do. So if it
Okay.
does a die 10, it's an extra die 10.
and it's any attack.
Any like spell / divinity, right? Not
so
like
it would
swords.
like only be for my guiding bolt.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Still not bad.
not bad.
Yeah. All right. And do you want to do something?
Does
I
that
know,
count as an
I should
action?
move. I
Forming
assume that's the
the
action.
bridge the first time is an action. The next time you form it, it's a bonus action.
Cool. Cool.
Jeez, wow.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing combined might.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna go hide then, close to you.
Yeah, we can hide together.
Yeah, because you can't. You can't break. You don't have to physically be in contact with each other, but you cannot be more than 60 feet apart.
And I wouldn't want to be just
Right.
from how I've trained.
Sure.
Is
Or
the-
it'll break.
Is the bridge concentration?
The bridge is concentration, absolutely.
Okay.
But, however, it is concentration, but you can still cast spells and invoke divinities that require concentration while it's active.
Oh.
Do we have to
Okay.
do concentration checks for it?
If you get hit and things like that, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide. If there's something lower to the ground, very close to Astrid,
Yeah.
like another tree, a bush.
Sure,
I will
absolutely.
Crouch.
There's a
down.
nice thick bush, all set.
Okay.
It's got like little berries in it, and it's great.
19.
Oh yeah, if I'm just going back to mine. Are you making the joke I think you're making?
He's
Yep.
16.
Yep.
A thick bush.
See, are you happy now?
I almost said pig mood, but I didn't because
Big mood. I would have laughed hysterically. I am not gonna lie.
reverse big mood. So how far is the big bush away from,
Wow.
from the tree I'm already at?
Let's say that all of you are within roughly 30 feet of each other.
Because
right
I want
now.
to keep hiding, but I want to be moving with Theodore.
Sure. Yeah, you're still close enough.
Yeah, that's 20 not natural to hide.
No problem.
Just-
Slink back into the shadows, vanish amongst the leaves.
That's a thing I'm good at.
What's Luna up to?
Luna
is bolting and has just basically come around a corner and is growling and snarling at the group to get their attention.
She's such a good actress.
If I listen, yeah, I can see what they're doing though
Yes.
through her eyes. What am I seeing?
Okay, so what
If I look through her.
So what you're seeing is that Malvoin has put his he has his hands on their shoulders, and Varrock is against the wall. As they're moving, they kind of like take a few steps forward, and their steps are in unison. They're just taking steps in unison. Malvoin is glowing, not with the bridge, clearly with his own ability. Right? Demerin reaches a hand out and touches the rock, and then you hear Malvoin say, "Now."
Are they
they
distracted
successfully?
by Luna?
They haven't formed the bridge yet.
They're about to,
Yes.
and they have to roll for it.
Oh yeah, they
And
do.
they're gonna roll poorly.
You
Is
don't
Luna
know.
distracting them?
Luna is like growling and snapping at them, but she was told to get visual, and they appear to be ignoring her. So, like, you're
Even
not.
if she howls at them, they don't care about her.
She howls. Varrock like looks over and then looks towards Malvoin, and Malvoin just snarls at him and says, "Focus."
But now they have disadvantage.
That's what I was trying to do. I was like, I want her to just be like, woof, 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 woof. Just barking at them.
bark.
Yeah.
You can't focus, can you?
And
Make,
like,
make her pee on Malvort.
Yeah, wait.
in your head, you hear
They're gonna
kind-
ignore her. Don't
like
ignore me.
not words so much as the idea.
Of piss.
What do I do next?
I
Piss.
the idea of piss.
Wow.
This is a weird
I
session.
say, the douchey one with the good hair, bite his ass, baby, and run back.
And she turns and she starts and she moves that direction. Next round, she'll be able to give him a good
Bite.
chomp.
Is that her level 2 ability, by the way? Me being able to see. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I want to add it to her character sheet.
Absolutely.
Next in the order is, Malvorn.
All right. 18, 13, 6. That's just going to be enough. All right.
Who's the 6?
Yeah, who's the 6? They're
These
dead.
Wait, no, and they formed it before. They've been practicing and practicing and practicing. Once you get it, you would need a 5.
We need to practice.
That's what you
guys.
need. You
We
guys
need
need
to
to practice
practice.
more. Malvorn's been cracking the whip on them.
When- got
Wait,
taught
okay,
it.
this class that we learned that was an hour ago. How have they been practicing? and
Yeah, did they
practicing
do
and
it during
practicing?
lunch?
Yeah.
But
That's
Zolly
why
was
he didn't-
Zolly was
talking.
on a date with me.
Zolly was okay. Zolly nailed it, if you guys remember. She nailed it.
And maybe
yeah,
Malvorn
she
has already
Nailed it.
known about this.
Right.
And somehow
Malvorn
We're trying to
always
just
knew
poke,
about the
poke,
bridge.
poke,
We're
poke,
just so upset around.
I know.
We're gonna try to find holes.
Malvorn always knew about the bridge. Malvorn had formed the bridge before he ever came here.
he's such a sneaky bitch.
What?
Yeah.
with his
No,
dick.
I mean, what meaning? How the fuck is that possible?
Because he's a demigod. You all could have done it too. You just didn't know how to. You just got
He-
shown how. He had a parent who was really involved. Showed him lots of things.
No, it makes
Mhm.
total sense.
Yep.
I hate it.
God
So-
becalmed him.
Who can see them the clearest? Oops. Went to the wrong
I mean,
color. Sorry about
My red vision activates.
Luna and Barb, technically.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm 50 feet up in a tree.
Can I see
Luna's
them from
10
all
feet
of you
away.
can.
Just
Okay.
All of it. So
salivating at-
both of you watch as energy builds around them. Their eyes roll back to this purple and pink, and it just begins to seemingly pulsate from them. Demrin touches the wall, and there is a loud sound of mechanical gears working from within this tower of stone, and you hear a rumble that grows to a roar, and then water explodes out from the top and tumbles down the front, and Varrock is standing there waiting to receive the waterfall as it comes tumbling towards him. And we're going to pause right there and pick up next session. You have just completed your initial trial, and it went very well. There was a glass cylinder raised around you, and light emanated from it from all directions, and it basically knocked out all the shadow around you. You weren't able to form your blades or anything, but you managed to like wrap your arms up and open your vest and create a pocket that could still have shadow, and you pulled from that. You were able to shatter the glass walls, and lights went out, and you succeeded. Soon after that, one of your housemates, Susomu, got up, and her mission was to get three of you, Melvoin, and Astrid, to take a seat. She asked Melvoin if Melvoin wanted to take a seat. He said yes, on a condition that he would get a favor at a later point. She asked Astrid. Astrid said no, but then she did some mind things on her, and Astrid sat down very quickly. And then she asked you, and you said no. She tried her mind tricks on you, and while you felt the desire to sit down, you were steadfast. And then she asked if there was anything she could get from you to get you to sit down, and you said nothing from you, and that was it. She failed. So, you've headed back to your room, and everyone's there. Slugs is there, and Susomu is there, and Kree is there. And Susomu is kind of like wrapped up near the fire. And there's like, there doesn't need to be a fire right now. It's like, even though there's a fireplace, a crackling, even though you can feel heat coming from it, it's not too warm. It's for some reason just perfect. As you walk in, a slug runs up. Hey!
Oh, God.
You did really great today. It was impressive.
Thanks. I'm kind of working on being more people, like
Sure.
getting people to
Being normal.
being normal, because I don't want to be an outcast.
Right.
I'm just used to being one.
Yeah. But that doesn't really serve you here.
I'm not good at talking to people because I've only ever talked to my mom, really.
Yeah.
And like people who I'm trying to get things from.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm just like, you two, slugs, was it?
Yeah. I got the flower, and I came down, and I met that great spider. It was amazing. I love this place.
It's certainly interesting.
Well, I just wanted to say you did a good job. Bye. And he goes like scuttling off to his bed, and you see him kind of like look under it, and he reaches in, and he's like, and there's like, it's like a ton, like there's definitely a ton of spiders underneath his bed, and he's just like, oh, and it's like, you know, saying hello to each one of them, and has named all of them and can tell them apart. But there's like a pile of spiders under his bed.
I just kind of shake my head and walk over to next to my bed. I'm not going to go to sleep yet, but I'm going to get some just like push-ups, sit-ups, that sort of thing in, because when I'm stressed out, I just work out.
Right.
Because that's all I had to do. I was always in my room alone.
Sure.
And so I just obsessively work out when I'm stressed out. And this whole ordeal has been quite stressful.
Okay. So after a minute, Susomu kind of glides over to where you are. And she's got a glass of wine in her hand. She always seems to have a glass of wine in her hand. Like, I don't know where she's getting it from. But she slides over, and she kind of just watches you work out for a bit. Would you be like shirtless and, you know, just in like pants or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And she just kind of admires you because you have a nice body. And Susomu likes to look at pretty things. And then she leans in, and and then she leans in. Hang on.
You need to turn that off.
There we go. So she leans in, and she kind of looks at you, and she's like, so, impressive today.
I look up at her and I sort of... I'm not sure what to say here because she was not impressive. I'm
Thanks to you.
I'm not very savvy when it comes to talking to people. So I'm just sort of like, thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I can see why you'll be a fine addition to our team. So strong, so self-assured.
Are you coming on to me? I'm sorry, I don't understand this sort of thing
I
very
suppose it
much.
depends on the answer. But no, my dear. I was simply talking about how the four of us are going to be quite a good team. But only if we can trust one another and look out for one another's best interests.
All right. Can I roll like an insight or something?
Sure, absolutely. Roll insight.
Oh,
Here.
I need to get my dice. Oh, I'll just use these here. I don't have my special Zendar dice out right now. You know.
That means, that means you'll probably roll well. Oh, never mind.
Or not.
So that's a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All
A
right.
2 plus...
It's not going to
Not
matter.
7.
7. Okay, so a total of 7.
No,
Yeah.
9.
9. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh wow, you have
plus
a plus 7.
7, yeah.
Man, you rolled. That's a shame then. Yeah. She's kind of hard to read. You're getting a lot of different kind of things off her, and you're not exactly sure what she means.
Yeah, I'm good at reading people. I'm just bad at expressing anything myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like as soon as the interaction has, like, as soon as the social interaction has some personal weight, like everything falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what to take from that. So I just sort of say, I am not sure what to take from that.
Let me say it like this. I understand that you are a proud young man. I would be too. Look at all you've accomplished. Look at all you've trained to do before even coming here. What I'm trying to say is, when there's an opportunity to help one of us, we should always take it.
You're angry with me.
Not angry, disappointed.
That's what Mother would say when she was angry with me.
Well, let me assure you. And she just, leans a hand, and like her fingers are human fingers, but they're a little long, right? And she just graces them against your shoulder. No malice, just a gentle touch. I could imagine that someone as honed as you are has not had the easiest life. Maybe not even friends. Maybe you've never worked with a team. I'm not threatening. I'm not angry. I'm just trying to find a way for all of us to do as well as we can. And at that moment, Slugs just comes running up, and he's like, "Look!" And he's got a giant spider, like this big, huge thing, and on the spider's back are just, it's like a swirling mass. She's about to have kids! And he goes scuttering off, and Sumu sighs, especially with what we have to work with.
I look at him and I'm like, I could make his skills useful.
Excellent. So, next time, when you and I are teamed up, I look forward to supporting you as my comrade.
He's never had a comrade before. Even in like a work sense.
Yeah.
So he's a bit hesitant because he doesn't trust her especially, and he doesn't trust anyone really. And so I think I would just nod and sort of stop because I've been just doing sit-ups this whole time.
Yeah.
As I was talking to her.
Yeah.
And then I would just stop, look over, and sort of hold out a hand kind of awkwardly because I've never really shaken hands with someone before except for like after like a business deal.
Yeah.
And which is kind of what I take this as because
Yeah.
I've never had friends before.
This
So
is a transaction.
Yeah, it's a business deal for
Yeah.
me. So I sort of just stop doing sit-ups. I get up and I hold out a hand and I say, I will do my best to ensure that your skills are as honed as my own.
And she nods. She puts one hand on her chest, extends the other.
All right.
She has a firmer grip than you expected.
Yeah.
She shakes, lets it go, and then like her whole forward body kind of bows in a little bit. And I shall do the same for you, my friend. And she glides off to the corner where there's like 3 beds in the room, but she doesn't have a bed. It's more like a half shell kind of thing that's padded in the middle of it, and she just kind of curls up in there.
Okay.
And she's reading a book.
Yeah.
Time to go to bed.
I think I would want to talk to Cree for
Sure.
a second.
So Kree's been at the table in the main house,
Yeah.
and he has been like basically spinning these little glass prisms and then playing with his laser power.
Yeah, I'm very wary of Cree because his powers could be very dangerous for me.
Sure.
Especially because
Concentrated light against shadow.
I get very blind around him.
Yeah, right.
And
It's
which
very
scares me.
difficult to sense where he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He kind of scares me.
Sure.
And I'm not used to being scared by things.
Sure.
Really, the only thing that I'm scared of is my mother.
Yeah.
And so he kind of reminds me of my mother in that
Sure.
way.
Yeah.
And so, but I know I need to face this fear because he is my teammate. And if we're going to work together, it's better to have him as an ally than as an enemy. Because as an enemy, he's very dangerous to me.
Absolutely.
So I would like to approach him slowly. I've got my, did I have my cane?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah. Have you been open with it? Like maybe you've been open with it in your house, but not so much because you haven't really used it outside of the house yet.
I haven't used it outside the house, but I've been sort of carrying it around, but only
Yeah.
just as like a walking staff,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
as
yeah.
like a blind
Right, not
staff,
tapping it in
because
front of
I
you.
don't need it for that.
Sure.
But I'm wary around him in case I want to have it in case he does something
Yeah.
that catches me off guard and makes me like suddenly blind for a
Totally.
second. So I'm just sort of carrying it with me.
Okay.
And I walk over and I sort of tap it on the, and I'm looking towards him, but not at him.
Right, basically towards the 5-foot ball of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking towards it where I feel this emptiness.
Yeah.
And I just sort of tap my cane on the table to get his attention.
Okay. Okay. Call high or low?
Low.
18. So you tap it on the table, but you're a little nervous, and it taps a little hard, and all of his prisms fall down, and a bolt of laser, as it's turning, fires just past your face. Like this white hot light fires right past you, and he quickly gathers up. I am so sorry. I am so very sorry, my friend. That was very unintentional.
That freaked me out a little bit, and I'm not showing it, but that did freak me out a little bit because I do not like his powers. at all.
I am so terribly sorry. It was not a very strong bolt. It would not have harmed you.
I
much.
understand. It was a mistake.
Yes. Here, sit. I'll show you. And he takes another one, and he spins it, and he fills it with the laser light, and it just glows so bright, and it's so blinding.
This does nothing for me, like like visually, because I can't see it.
Right.
All I can feel is just the absence of sight there.
Right.
And so it's just very disconcerting for me.
And
so whereas it might be beautiful for
Yeah.
someone else, it's just disconcerting and like.
And it is. It's like it just explodes with lights of the rainbow. And then he looks up. He's like, "Oh, of course. Wait, I'm so sorry. No." And he grabs it and puts it down. That was really insensitive of me. I'm so very sorry. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not used to people showing like care for me
Yeah.
very much. Like even my mother is very
Matter of fact.
matter of fact about it. Yeah. And so I don't know how to respond to that exactly. So just the base response, and I would tell him because I assume he's going to find out eventually.
Sure.
So I want to make it something where he feels indebted to me that I told him.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell him, Cree, you should know something about me. It may not seem it, but I am blind.
Ooh, I kind of had the idea because of the eyes.
Yes, I know it may be disconcerting, and I just sort of wave my hands in front of my eyes, but this, I cannot see you. Not in the sense that you see me.
But you know where I am, and you can like look right at me. So I guess I'm just confused.
Let's put it this way. My sight, as you would call it, comes from my power. And my power is related to shadow.
You see the shadows.
I see the absence of light, not light.
I can see light. I can see all forms of light. UV, ultra, if those things exist in this world, but I can see different patterns and bands of light. I can see different colors that people can't see. I can see things in light that I can't see from where I am. So I think I know what you mean. I think I know exactly what you mean.
Yes, well, you must understand that, and I'm sure my powers are somewhat disconcerting for you. And
well, you're kind of, I mean, like, yeah, sure, your powers, but like mainly you're just scary.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm used to people being scared of me, but I'm not used to them being that upfront about it.
Yeah, like you're totally scary. Like there's like you just have a way about you that's like, ooh, geez, watch out for that guy.
And I just sort of, I raise an eyebrow, and I'm like, I can see why that might be an issue.
See, right there. That's terrifying. That is terrifying. It's so scary. Like, I'm not saying, like, you seem nice and like I like you and all, but like in general, like you seem kind of just like a badass.
What I'm saying, Sally, is
Cree.
Yeah, and is that our powers are very different.
Yeah.
And we may not be natural allies. But I would like to find some sort of common ground between us so that it does not become an issue in the future. Do you understand?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're gonna work. Well, what does that be? Careful. Like when we make plans and do battles and things, like we just gotta make sure we don't overlap. And you know what? We should practice the bridge.
That would make sense.
Why don't tomorrow I'll go to Arboretum and I'll ask him if we can like have a little extra sparring time. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. And then, we can, get to know each other more, and I'll probably be less scared of you.
That would make more sense.
Awesome. And before you know it, there's like wings out, right? And there's a big hug, like this ball of light just moves towards you, and there's a big, huge hug. And
I just kind of like flinch,
right.
and move it toward him, like.
as they're hugging you, there's like, oh, and then the light, like all of his feathers are usually glowing and luminescent. He pulls all the light in, all of it. And for the first time, you can see
what he looks like.
Yeah.
Like the shape of him.
Yeah. And just this glorious, all the feathers are fantastic and perfect. And there's just this amazing form of a creature that's now wrapped around you and now sits back.
You know what? I think Zendar has a little bit of a crush.
Yeah?
Because I think he's so terrified by this person.
Yeah.
And yet they're so beautiful.
Yeah, totally.
And so I think that for him, that would register as like, it's the closest thing he's felt to his mother, which is the closest thing he's felt to love.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I think he's got a little bit of a crush on this dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. And they're like, okay, well, great. Listen, I'm gonna go to bed, but tomorrow, yeah. And runs excitedly to their bed, tripping over one of their feet as they get there, but trying to cover for it and then getting
Zendar is just sort of like stunned by all that, and he's just like, he hasn't said a word, and as he runs off, and then he's just trying to collect himself, and then he's gonna go to bed.
Okay. Roll perception as you go to bed.
Jesus Christ.
You're just too taken aback.
Yeah, I'm just a mess.
Okay.
Right now.
Then you didn't notice that Sasoma was watching everything.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That right there.